Yeah, but so there's still, I mean, it's crazy too because there's still more happening in court. Like, I mean, everything is still active even though we're not hearing about it as much anymore. And the people may be fatigued like we talked about prior to.
We grew apart. We had a marriage that didn't work. This happens. There's somebody I love and respect, but to whom I shouldn't be married any longer.
Ben Affleck has reportedly cracked open a Pandora's box of secrets, hinting at a shocking and tangled web involving Jennifer Lopez and her former partner, Sean Diddy Combs. Rumors are swirling that Affleck, fresh off the heels of a divorce from Lopez, has grown tired of keeping quiet and is ready to spill the tea about his ex-wife's alleged dealings. The whispers suggest that Lopez might have been receiving hefty payouts from Diddy to ensure she keeps certain explosive details from their past under wraps. And now, with Affleck apparently on a mission to expose the truth, it's stirring up a storm that no one saw coming.
We tried because we had kids. And then we said, both of us felt like we don't want this to be the model that our kids see of marriage.
Their split was already turning heads, but Affleck's alleged revelations have launched the narrative into full-blown scandal territory. It's no secret that the couple's 2-year reunion, after decades apart, was anything but smooth sailing. Public arguments, Affleck's visible frustration in viral clips, and rumors of tension behind closed doors painted a picture of a relationship that was far from perfect. But now, insiders are hinting that Affleck's fury goes deeper than marital squabbles. According to these sources, the actor is fuming over Lopez's alleged connection to Diddy, a connection that may have been financially beneficial for her in ways that Affleck can no longer stomach.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
the shopping thing is
yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
To understand why this bombshell is so juicy, you have to look back at the history between Lopez and Diddy. Their fiery romance in the late 1990s was the stuff of tabloid dreams, glamorous, dramatic, and always teetering on the edge of chaos. The couple's high-profile relationship ended in 2001 after a string of controversies, including a nightclub incident that landed Diddy in legal trouble and left Lopez shaken. At the time, Lopez distanced herself from the rapper, citing their different lifestyles as the primary reason for their breakup. She painted herself as the victim of a toxic relationship, someone who had narrowly escaped a destructive whirlwind. But could there be more to the story?
Did you ever spend time with the guy? Did you ever meet Diddy?
I've met him before, yeah.
How was he?
Very nice guy, very smart, super business. You know, I mean, he's.
Fast forward to today, and the narrative has taken a sharp turn. Affleck's alleged claims suggest that Lopez's connection to Diddy might not have ended when the relationship did. Instead, it's rumored that the Bronx-born superstar has been leveraging her knowledge of Diddy's past to secure financial support, or, as some are speculating, to ensure her silence about certain events. If true, this paints Lopez in an entirely new light, not as an innocent party, but as someone actively involved in keeping secrets that could potentially damage reputations. What could these secrets be? Affleck hasn't publicly named specifics, but the timing of his alleged revelations is raising eyebrows. Diddy is currently embroiled in a series of legal and personal controversies, with accusations and lawsuits piling up against him. The allegations range from financial misconduct to behavior that has left the public questioning the mogul's carefully curated image. Against this backdrop, the idea that Lopez might hold information powerful enough to warrant hush money isn't entirely far-fetched. After all, she was by his side during some of the most tumultuous years of his career, and they shared a level of intimacy that could have easily given her access to information that others wouldn't know.
I'll tell you, I don't know how much, I don't like to say things that I know unless I see it. That there's a little difference, you know. But was it discussed? Was there descriptions from people I know that were at those? Yes, but here's another thing. So how many of these big entertainment parties and over the years and everything with as successful as you are, have you been around? Does anyone ever come up to you at a certain hour and say, okay, it's time to go? At those parties, they did.
Affleck, for his part, seems determined to shine a spotlight on this alleged arrangement. According to sources close to the actor, he feels betrayed and manipulated, claiming that Lopez's actions, if true, contradict the image of the strong, independent woman she projects to the world. To add insult to injury, Affleck reportedly believes that Lopez's alleged ties to Diddy played a role in the unraveling of their marriage. Imagine finding out that your wife might still be entangled, even indirectly, with her ex, not romantically, but financially, and that this connection might come with strings attached. It's the kind of revelation that could make even the most confident partner feel blindsided.
But what people I don't think realized was he had cameras all over the place, unbeknownst to them. And now he has all that footage, supposedly. This is what I'm told. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens if, you know, you're a huge iconic, TV star or movie star, and you're in some.
What makes this situation even more intriguing is the power dynamic at play. Lopez has built a career on being a trailblazer, a self-made icon who climbed to the top through sheer talent and determination. Her narrative is one of resilience, of overcoming adversity to claim her place as one of the most successful entertainers of all time. But Affleck's alleged claims threaten to chip away at that image. If Lopez has indeed been accepting payments from Diddy, it raises questions about her independence and the lengths she's willing to go to protect her image and career. For Diddy, this alleged arrangement, if it exists, could be seen as a strategic move to safeguard his own interests. With his name already mired in controversy, the last thing he needs is for someone as high profile as Lopez to come forward with damaging details. By keeping her financially comfortable, he might be ensuring that she remains loyal, or at least silent. But this strategy, if true, comes with its own risks. The very act of paying for silence suggests there's something worth hiding. And in today's climate, secrets have a way of surfacing no matter how much money is thrown at them.
He is very, very dominant. Like, he wants to control the situation. He wants to control his inner circle. He wants to make everyone have a good time and enjoy his parties. And so, it is scary because you think, this person or possibly his social network or the people he's around could make or break your career.
The timing of these allegations couldn't be more dramatic. Diddy's legal troubles are making headlines daily, and Lopez is navigating her own share of challenges, including the fallout from her divorce. Affleck's alleged decision to bring this information to light adds another layer of complexity to an already tangled web. Is he acting out of spite, or is he genuinely trying to expose a side of Lopez that the public hasn't seen before? And if his claims are true, what does this mean for Lopez's career and reputation? These are the questions that everyone is asking, and the answers could have far-reaching implications for all parties involved.
I don't know the consequences of what that could have been. So I didn't really talk about it. I should have gone to the police. I should have said something other than to my agent. I'm just thankful that there was somebody there. There was somebody at that party who helped me, because I could have ended up in a really bad situation.
As the story unfolds, the internet is buzzing with speculation. Fans are dissecting every detail, from Lopez's public statements to Affleck's behavior in recent months, searching for clues that might support or debunk the allegations. Some are siding with Affleck, arguing that his anger and frustration are justified if Lopez has been keeping secrets. Others are defending Lopez, pointing out that Affleck's alleged claims are unverified and could be motivated by bitterness over their failed marriage. And then there's the camp that believes both Lopez and Diddy are complicit in a larger scheme, one that's been carefully orchestrated to protect their respective empires. The stakes are undeniably high. For Lopez, her brand is built on authenticity and relatability. She's the girl from the Bronx who made it big, a symbol of perseverance and hard work. Any suggestion that her success might be tied to less than honest dealings with her ex could tarnish that image and alienate her fan base. For Diddy, the stakes are even higher. With his reputation already under scrutiny, the idea that he might be involved in financial arrangements to cover up past behavior could add fuel to the fire and complicate his ongoing legal battles.
There is so many people involved in this situation that works the machine here. That, Diddy's obviously the head of the whole situation, the king of parties, but there is multiple other people involved that are helping along the situation or participating in some way.
And then there's Affleck, whose own reputation is hanging in the balance. By allegedly bringing these claims to light, he's taking a significant risk. If his allegations are proven false or dismissed as baseless, it could backfire and paint him as a vindictive ex. But if they're proven true, he could position himself as someone who stood up for the truth, even at great personal cost. It's a gamble, and the outcome is far from certain.
If they did in fact occur, their argument is more than likely going to be that this activity was consensual, that this person was a willing participant, and not only that, but that these individuals assumed the risk of being present at those parties, of engaging and voluntarily engaging in this sexual conduct and being in those spaces, consuming and things of that nature.
As the dust begins to settle, one thing is clear. This scandal is far from over. The intersection of celebrity, power, and secrecy has always been a recipe for drama, and this story has all the ingredients of a Hollywood thriller. With Affleck, Lopez, and Diddy at the center of the storm, the world is watching to see what happens next. Will Lopez address the allegations head-on, or will she choose to remain silent? Will Diddy's legal troubles bring new information to light, further implicating those around him? And will Affleck's alleged claims prove to be the catalyst that changes the narrative for all three of them?
It's still pretty early in the proceedings. I think it's only been about a month or a month and a half since he's been arraigned and held in detention. And so the investigations are always going to be a continuous and ongoing process. I'm sure at this point there's been an exchange of discovery. And not only that, but I think there's been a gag order placed on the attorneys with information that they can and cannot share. But more importantly,
To fully understand the magnitude of this situation, we need to take a closer look at the tangled history between Jennifer Lopez and Sean Diddy Combs. Their relationship wasn't just a high-profile romance. It was a spectacle that defined the late 90s and early 2000s. But now, with rumors swirling about Lopez allegedly holding secrets that could shake Diddy's empire, it's time to revisit their past and the shadow it continues to cast over both their personal and professional lives. Jennifer and Diddy's whirlwind romance began in 1999, right when both were at the height of their careers. Jennifer had just transitioned from her breakout role in Selena to becoming a pop sensation, while Diddy was dominating the music industry as a producer and artist. Together, they were a powerhouse couple, the original blueprint for the modern-day celebrity pairings that dominate tabloids. But behind the glitz and glamour, their relationship was anything but smooth. From public arguments to legal troubles, their time together was marred by controversy. What's shocking now is the suggestion that this relationship wasn't just tumultuous. It may have left Lopez with enough inside knowledge to make Diddy nervous decades later.
And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping.
One of the most talked about incidents during their relationship happened in December 1999, when the two were involved in a high-profile nightclub altercation in New York City. The night ended in chaos, with gunfire erupting and both Lopez and Diddy taken into custody. While Lopez was eventually cleared of any wrongdoing, the incident cast a shadow over their relationship. Diddy faced legal consequences and was even accused of attempting to bribe his driver to claim responsibility for a weapon found in the car. This was a defining moment for Lopez, who later admitted that the entire ordeal made her reevaluate her relationship with Diddy. But here's where it gets interesting. Insiders now speculate that Lopez may have witnessed or learned things during this time that could still haunt Diddy today.
That fact in of itself is a big deal, because when you're talking about going back in time and talking about these allegations from other alleged victims, you know, there's not a lot of police reports, but you guys actually have one. And is that going to be revealed? Are we going to be able to see it?
Yes, as soon as I file my lawsuit in civil court, I will be attaching the...
Fast forward to 2001, and the couple officially called it quits. On the surface, Lopez cited lifestyle differences as the reason for the breakup. She described herself as a homebody, while Diddy was known for his party-hard persona. But recent rumors suggest there may have been more to the story. Was Lopez distancing herself from Diddy to protect her budding career? Or was this the beginning of a calculated move to keep certain details about their time together under wraps? It's worth noting that Lopez has rarely spoken in depth about her relationship with Diddy since their split, which only adds to the mystery. Now, with Diddy facing a wave of legal challenges, their past is being dragged back into the spotlight. Over the past year, Diddy has been hit with multiple lawsuits, each more damaging than the last. The allegations against him paint a picture of a man whose empire is built on a foundation of questionable practices. From claims of misconduct to accusations of orchestrating elaborate schemes to silence critics, the picture that emerges is far from flattering. And while Lopez has not been directly implicated in these allegations, her name continues to surface in conversations about Diddy's past. Why? Because she was there during some of the most controversial moments of his career. If anyone has the ability to shed light on what really happened behind closed doors, it's Lopez.
Dawn had the choice to file the case as a Jane Doe, and she chose not to do that. After giving it a fair amount of thought, she wants accountability, she wants justice.
Adding fuel to the fire are recent reports suggesting that Diddy has gone to great lengths to keep certain details about his past hidden. There are whispers that he has used financial incentives to ensure the silence of those who know too much. Could Lopez be one of those individuals? It's a theory that's gaining traction, especially in light of Ben Affleck's alleged claims about Lopez receiving payments from Diddy. If true, this would mean that Lopez isn't just a bystander in this saga. She's an active participant. And that changes everything.
Diddy has been under criminal investigation for months by federal prosecutors here in New York. And if there are criminal charges, many of them may look a lot like what some of these individuals have been describing.
Diddy's legal troubles have also brought renewed attention to another aspect of his life, the so-called freak-off parties that were reportedly a regular occurrence during his heyday. These gatherings were said to be extravagant, exclusive, and shrouded in secrecy. Over the years, multiple sources have come forward with stories about what went on at these events, painting a picture of excess and indulgence that's hard to ignore. But what makes these parties relevant to the current narrative is the suggestion that they may hold the key to understanding Diddy's rise to power and his potential downfall. One of the most explosive claims comes from individuals who allege that these parties were meticulously planned to create an atmosphere of absolute control. From the guest list to the activities, everything was orchestrated to ensure secrecy and loyalty. There are even rumors that Diddy used hidden cameras to record these events, creating a trove of material that could be used as leverage against anyone who dared to cross him. If these claims are true, it raises serious questions about who might have been present at these gatherings and what they might have witnessed. Lopez, as Diddy's partner during this time, would have been privy to much of his world. While there's no evidence to suggest she participated in or condoned any of the alleged activities, her proximity to Diddy during this period makes her a potentially key figure in understanding the full scope of his actions. And this is where the rumors of financial arrangements between the two become even more intriguing. Could Diddy have paid Lopez to ensure her silence about what she saw or experienced during their relationship? It's a question that many are now asking, especially as new details about Diddy's past continue to emerge.
Diddy is now being sued in addition to what we just talked about by Dawn Richards. You guys will remember her. She was a part of Making the Band.
Dirty Money.
Dirty Money, the Danity Kane era. So basically what she is alleging, she's alleging a lot of different things too.
What complicates matters further is the ongoing investigation into Diddy's activities by federal authorities. Reports suggest that this investigation has uncovered a treasure trove of evidence, including footage and documents that could implicate him in a range of activities. If Lopez is mentioned in any of this material, it could have serious implications for her career and public image. Even if she's not directly involved, her association with Diddy during such a controversial time could be enough to raise eyebrows.
The money that they're saying Diddy has to start paying this guy on October 1st, Diddy's team is like, hold on, we need an emergency conversation about why this should not have been granted. And they awarded him a TRO, which basically meant that Diddy's team was not allowed to sell any property in that state or anything related to what could be used to pay the plaintiff.
But Lopez isn't the only one whose reputation is on the line. Diddy's legal troubles have also ensnared others in his orbit, including former employees and associates who are now speaking out. These individuals claim that Diddy created a culture of fear and loyalty, where dissent was met with swift consequences. Some had even suggested that Diddy's ability to maintain his empire was built on a foundation of intimidation and control. If these claims are true, it adds another layer of complexity to the narrative and raises questions about who else might have been complicit in his actions.
I've had clients describe NBC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
As the investigation continues, all eyes are on Lopez to see how she responds to these allegations. Will she break her silence and address the rumors head on, or will she continue to distance herself from Diddy and hope that her past doesn't catch up with her? It's a delicate balancing act, and one that could have significant consequences for her career. On one hand, speaking out could help clear her name and distance her from Diddy's controversies. On the other hand, it could also open the door to scrutiny and questions about her own actions during their relationship. For Diddy, the stakes couldn't be higher. His legal battles are threatening to unravel the empire he spent decades building, and the possibility of Lopez speaking out could be a game changer. If she chooses to reveal what she knows, it could provide investigators with valuable insight into his activities and potentially strengthen the case against him. But it could also expose her to criticism and backlash, especially if it's revealed that she benefited from her association with Diddy in ways that go beyond their personal relationship.
Now, so what is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that?
As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released.
And then there's Ben Affleck, whose alleged decision to bring these claims to light has added a new layer of drama to an already explosive story. Affleck's motivations remain unclear, but his willingness to speak out suggests that he believes the truth needs to be revealed, no matter the cost. Whether he's acting out of bitterness or a genuine desire for justice, his actions have set the stage for a showdown that could have far-reaching implications for everyone involved. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is certain. The relationship between Lopez and Diddy is far more complicated than anyone could have imagined. From their glamorous beginnings to the secrets that may still bind them, their story is a reminder of the power and peril of life in the spotlight. And with new revelations emerging every day, it's clear that this is only the beginning. The question now is, how far will this go and who will be left standing when the dust finally settles? Share your insights and let the discussion begin. Until next time, stay tuned for more celebrity gossip and intrigue. Goodbye for now.